Hey, Road Trippers, our next partner has a product we're personally using every day. We're all taking Athletic Greens because we want more energy, better immune systems, and we all got tired of taking pills and vitamins. Want to see what the hype is all about? It's obvious. Every scoop of AG1 tastes great, helps us to feel our best in the morning. We have the peace of mind knowing that we're beginning every day with 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, whole food source superfoods, and even probiotics. Right now, it's time to reclaim your health and arm your immune system with convenient daily nutrition, especially in the middle of cold and flu season. It's just one scoop in a cup of water every day. That's it. No need for a million different pills and supplements to look out for your own health. To make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/roadtrippin and take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance. Again, go to athleticgreens.com/roadtrippin and get started today. Hey, Road Trippers, spring is here. It's time to get your fit right for this warmer weather. Get yourself some gear that's meant to last. Our friends at Shady Rays have you covered from the sun with premium polarized shades, customized snow goggles, and much more. Shady Rays is an independent sunglasses company that offers a world-class product that's just as good as any expensive pair we've worn. They have durable frames and extremely clear optics for all of our outdoor adventures. That's not all. Shady Rays offers the most insane protection in all of eyewear. Every pair of sunglasses is backed by their lost and broken replacements, meaning if you're like me and lose or break a pair, even on day one, they'll send you a new pair, no questions asked. Wear your Shady Rays with confidence because they have your back long after your purchase. With Shady Rays, you can look good and feel good. To date, they've donated over 20 million meals to fight hunger with Feeding America. If you don't like them, exchange for a new pair or return them free within 30 days. They're no risk when you shop with Shady Rays. Again, their team always has your back. So in here right now is an exclusive offer that we are giving you, all the road trippers out there. Shady Rays, it's giving you their best deal yet. Go to shadyrays.com and use the promo code ROADTRIPPIN for 50% off 2 or more pairs of polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself the shades that are rated 5 stars by over 200,000 people online at shadyrays.com and enter the promo code ROADTRIPPIN. And we are back. Like, officially back.
Yes, it's great.
From the Wynn Las Vegas, inside the Blue Wire Studios. Welcome into this edition of Road Trippin' with RJ and Channing. I'm your host, Allie Clifton, alongside Channing Frye, and Richard is joining us virtually.
Because Richard sucks.
Yeah, I do suck. I do suck.
Allie was like, "Yo, do you want to go to Vegas?" I was like, "Oh, I got to go to Atlanta tomorrow." But I said, "You know what? YOLO." It's a tattoo I got tattooed on the back of my foot.
You're lying.
I'm so lying, but obviously, you did not listen to last.
Like a kid.
Yeah, you did not listen to last week's episode about how Channing lies to tell a good story.
Whoa, Channing, can we stop? Can we stop for a second and please address the Louis Vuitton jacket that you're rocking?
We already did on
Richard,
the elevator.
I've had this jacket for 10 years. I've worn this jacket.
He got on the elevator and we were like, "Ooh, Channing, you fancy." And he was like, "I've had it for 10 years.
8.
Okay, it's nice. Okay. I'm just saying it's really, really nice.
Sometimes, Richard, I got to stunt on a foe. Because sometimes, you know what,
man, you've been making a lot of money for a lot of years.
No. This is a regurgitated outfit from like me walking into a game. So I said, you know what? I said, hey, at what age do you wear sport coats to Vegas?
Hang on. I actually want to know, at what age is it not acceptable for a man to regurgitate an outfit?
I think the older you get, the more you regurgitate the cool outfits.
So you guys can wear outfits more than once.
What? Allie.
Yes. What?
Stop.
Well, I will bring 2 blazers and 1 pair of black pants like I did on the road right now to go do games. So I have the same blazer, or 2 different blazers, 1 pair of black pants. As long as they all go with the black pants, we good.
How many games?
I've done 3 blazers. I've done 3 blazers and 1 pair of black pants before to eliminate having to travel with pants.
But for how many games?
I don't know, 3, 5,
2.
Allison, I'm not going to win a fashion award anytime soon. You know what I'm going to win an award about?
Anytime
Saying
ever.
something crazy. Anytime ever. So I'm just going to be authentic to myself and go normcore. I want to wear Kirkland gear only. Shout out Kirkland. If I could wear that on air and just be comfy, I would. But, I didn't know what to wear, so I decided to go cooler than I usually do. Now I've set the bar too high. Now I might have to wear another outfit the next time you see me. And I can only wear this once or twice now, and I'm going to have to hold it for another 8 years.
Yeah, you can never wear that again.
No, I have to wait another 8 years so you forget that I have it because I've been wearing sweatsuits and some bullshit T-shirts. Now I'm going to pop it out on you.
Touche.
That's what she said.
I need you guys to bring your best effort because today is a very special day.
What happened?
Today I have brought my college teammate along.
Oh,
Tight.
yeah, she's in town. Hell no. Uh-oh.
Were you about to say hell no? Oh, well.
I said uh-oh.
And the Lady Rockets won today.
Tight.
Hi.
Hello, tiny human.
At the Win Studios, we
Hello,
have this
tiny human.
awesome window so people from the outside can see in, and we've got some little ones waving.
Awesome.
So cute.
Okay.
Love that. So the Toledo women's basketball team, as the number 12
Shout
seed.
out.
Shout out. They upset the number 5
lady?
seed.
What, are you guys Rockets?
We are the Lady Rockets. Blast off.
Does it look like this?
TOL.
Is that the thing you do?
That looks like a scissor, Channing.
I would actually like you, Channing, while I'm talking right now, to upload the Toledo Rocket mascot and let me know what you think it looks like.
Probably a penis. I could just.
Touche. Check.
I mean, what does a rocket look like?
Fair.
A wee.
So they upset today in March Madness, if you will, a 12 versus 5 seed.
Tight.
They beat
Congrats.
Iowa State. So now their reward is to play number 4 Tennessee. No big deal. But we're super stoked about it. I've got my college teammate here. We were watching it, and then it just made me, because everyone on social media is like, I can't wait for Allie to have her moment with Richard and Channing. Why? What's going on with y'all's team? What
The women's team is still in. I don't know who else you're talking about.
I'm talking about the women's team. Adia has been doing an outstanding job. Went to the Final Four a couple years ago. No, look, obviously everybody wants us to address it like we're the official fucking mascots of Arizona.
Kind of, you are. I wouldn't say
rap
mascots, but you guys are the official.
Isn't it softball season yet?
Look, yeah, honestly, we don't know, right? Like that they got a bad break. One thing I will say is this. Arizona over the past few years, and you've seen it a lot with other players, is that when you get bigs in the tournament, and bigs are like what get you through. You saw with Purdue, guys about to be the national player of the year, losing the first. You want guards and wings, bigs. Look, we've had DeAndre Ayton, we've had Laurie Markkinen, we've had a ton of quality bigs,
Channing Frye.
and we had our roster. No, I didn't say your name. Our roster is loaded with bigs, and bigs are tough, man. You need guards to kind of like help you get through that spot. And, I just think that, our squad, they battled hard. They battled hard. That's all I'm going to say.
To be honest, college basketball in the tournament is not built to make players better to be in the NBA. It's made for the college tournament, right? Like the rules for basketball are literally for coaching and smaller guys because more people are smaller. Like we were talking in the thing, and I was like, when's the last time a guy dominated college basketball and then that translated to the NBA? As somebody 6'8".
Actually.
Who? That won in the tournament. You would go Anthony Davis. That won. Went to the championship game. That actually won. So we're saying Anthony Davis and Carmelo Anthony were the only two dudes I could think of that had long runs and that actually were like extremely successful in the NBA. Now, obviously, there's pros, right? There's guys like C.J. McCollum who went to Lehigh that balled out, Steph Curry that balled out, but none of them went to a championship game, and they're just special players. They're guards. We're talking big men. The rules are not built for big men to ball out. Like Joel Embiid did not really ball out in a tournament. Like they just double teamed him, and you can run zones. It's not built to make anybody better. It's basically to make everyone fair.
You got to have shooters and guards.
Ugh.
Shooter and guards.
And guys who are fifth-year seniors.
Our guards played well. They played hard. They went against a Princeton team. The worst fucking part about it, you listen to ROB and Nate Walton for the last fucking 2 weeks. For people that don't know, one of my good friends is this guy named ROB, legend. You guys are be hearing more about him. Yes, Rob, but we call him ROB. But he was roommates with Luke Walton's brother, Nate, who played basketball at Princeton. So Nate Walton and Rob are on a text chain, and they won't stop sending us fucking memes nonstop. And I'm really starting to lose my shit. And so Yeah, no, that's a tough one. A lot of people see this is my thing, and a lot of people wanted to like text me and reply and say a bunch of shit after we lost, and I'm like, I didn't even respond to any of them, not because I'm bitter, but it's like if you're not going to text me when we win the Pac-12, if you're not going to text the course of the season, right, when we're the number 2 seed, you just want to text me like when we lose, like then I'm not going to fucking respond to you. Like,
You're
go eat a bag of dicks.
today.
Were you guys bitter the other day?
No, I didn't watch, sadly.
Wait, what? Wait,
I
what?
didn't watch.
No, I
watched
was
the first
actually
half.
doing
I
something.
watched the first half,
Yeah.
and I had to go pick up my kids from school.
Yeah, we're adults. Also,
Yeah, we're
you're
adults.
not really supposed to. If you're Arizona, you're not supposed to watch the first round. Now, again, I am not throwing rocks in a glass house. We lost in the first round my junior year, but our chemistry was all off. It happens.
Mhm.
But to win the Pac-12, and then we had chemistry issues all year, and then lost in the first round. So it's like, yeah, they're about what we thought. This team, you win the Pac-12, and then you lose to Princeton, who is a very good team. It's just not an Arizona thing. It's just you just don't do it. It just doesn't make sense. It's a lot. It's a
I
lot.
lost in the first round my first year. My sophomore year, we lost our starting center, Lauren Wood. Shout out big fella. I was coming back from a broken foot, so I only played like 3 games in the tournament. We lost in the second round to a team that went to the Final Four. Healthy, kind of. We showed up and then went to the national championship game, and that was the last time Arizona's been to a Final Four. Thank you, Channing. Channing tried to text me. I kid
Who's
you
Channing?
not. Channing texted me a week ago. Texted me a week ago, sending me like the clips from the Illinois game, and goes, "See, this shit wasn't my fault."
It wasn't
my
my fault,
bro.
It wasn't my fault.
Just a
But
couple
why are you
weeks ago?
texting me that? I told you I wasn't even. Yeah, no, like a
because I
week
saw
ago, he texted me.
Listen,
this
I'm a little
out of the blue.
self-conscious. I'm a little self-conscious. I can admit that.
You ain't
we're
self-conscious
2023.
running around in that Louis Vuitton jacket.
Well, listen, look,
Started
I
back in
can't.
Vegas.
You can see my paychecks from when I was a rookie till now. Yeah, boy, got to have a nice piece or two.
Kudos to you.
Right, thank you.
Before we wrap up this discussion and get into some NBA topics, and then obviously we're in Vegas, so we're going to talk some bets with the NBA. Is there anything you guys want to say? Like when people actually ask you guys what you think about Arizona, the one thing I will say is I've listened to you guys have conversations about it. You're passionate about it. You still care about the program. Obviously, you guys are
for sure.
a part of the face of the program.
No, we love. Are you joking?
I
Like
know.
we love
Yeah.
Arizona.
Yeah.
Our expectations are unrealistic.
Both of us have lost in the first round.
Yeah,
Yeah.
our
Both of us have lost in the
expectations are
first round.
So people
unrealistic.
shouldn't listen to you, is what you're saying when it comes to the tournament?
No, because I hate college basketball.
Well,
I think college basketball stinks.
As long as Duke loses, I don't give a fuck.
well, there you go. Is that why you're drinking tonight? Because they lost.
we did lose.
Yes, and I'm in
Yeah.
New York.
Oh, poor Richard
Alone.
in New York.
Welcome to New York.
What? Okay, no, that's
No,
not
no,
a song.
don't do that. Don't do
That's
that.
not a
Don't,
song.
no,
That's not
don't,
even a
don't.
song. There's 50 New York songs.
Wait,
Lisa,
from
your
Frank
nails look
Sinatra.
amazing. We have allowed my college teammate in here, and her nails are popping in our show, and they look amazing.
Why don't
She's
you
here
give
to
her a
support
mic
you.
and have her sit down?
Because-
No,
Why
no,
don't
no.
you give her a
She's
mic
no
and
way.
have her sit
She's
down?
just
Our
like, no way.
producer Jeremiah gave her a mic, and she was like, absolutely not. Instead, she's a heart doctor, and she can't use her words, apparently. No big
Oh.
deal. God. Okay. Soft. God love you, Lisa. All right, let's talk a little NBA. Speaking of New York, the Knicks played the Nuggets
Oh, yeah.
today. We're recording this on Saturday, and it's going to kind of trickle into a part of a conversation, Channing, that you had on last week's episode when it was you and I. But let's start. Jalen Brunson, 24 points, 116-110, the win for the Knicks over the Nuggets. He had 16 of his 24 in the first quarter. He's missed 5 of 6 games with a foot injury prior to the game versus Denver. New York just 2.5 games back of the Cavs for the number 4 seed in the East. Are the Knicks showing you something? And Richard, the other night you got into not an argument, but basically one-sided when it comes to you guys and your arguments.
You just got yelled real loud.
New York fans, Knicks fans hate themselves, or what was the conversation?
Their expectations are
Yeah, no,
unrealistic.
somebody-
Can you break
yeah.
this down?
Yeah. No, well, okay, really quickly, then I'll let Channing speak. Basically, this guy was like, hey, you hate us. I'm like, bro, I don't hate you. He's like, man, we winning. And I'm like, with all due respect, you guys are the 5th seed, and you're taking victory laps. Like, have some self-respect, bro. Have some fucking self-respect. Like, you guys are the New York Knicks, and that's the thing. we're not talking bad about you because you're not 12th, you're not making silly moves, you're not doing anything. But we're like, there's no personal shots at the Knicks unless it's joking. But like, they're like, oh, we're winning. Yeah, we won 8 in a row. And it's like, yeah, bro, y'all won 8 in a row and you guys are the 5th seed. Right? That's like, okay, so like, just don't all of a sudden start. That's where I'm saying Knicks fans are so unrealistic with the way they approach it, but their team is great. And I have no problem with people being overly excited and excited about what they got going on. But they were like, oh, you hate them. And I was like, I don't hate you guys. But I will say this to my last part about the Knicks. I really believe that if the Knicks get the Cavs, the Knicks probably will be favored. And that part is a little scary if you're a Cavs fan.
I want to argue with Richard. I just feel like I think it'll be a great series. It's just, for me, I think the Knicks finally have figured out who they are, and that's dangerous. I think Tibbs has finally have a young team that's energetic at the end of a season. He's figured out like how to coach this new generation. He's instilled to them like a sense of culture and like, you know, understanding who you are as a team and what's going to win and what's not. To me, the biggest if in this whole thing is Evan Mobley versus Julius Randle. Now, we've seen Julius Randle ball out during the regular season, but when he gets double teamed, he becomes disenchanted with the game at times. But now that he is playing
disengaged, not disenchanted. Disengaged.
I was like, great word. Where are we going with this?
You like that? I was playing Scrabble the other night, making all type of words up. Jew.
We're in Vegas, and you're in that starter jacket. And
Is it not a starter jacket? I had one of those, though. I do have one. Anyways.
Did he say what, Rich?
The Knicks. Did I say what? I said
nothing.
Jew.
Nothing.
Like Aju?
I was like
J-U-E.
Aju. Okay.
It's a word.
Okay, but it sounded like you said something else, and I was like, really?
Come on,
okay.
Dude. Listen, we're not doing that here. I'm not canceling me. Okay, listen. The Knicks are for real.
Edit.
The Knicks are for real.
The Knicks are for real.
They have to stay healthy. I'm a little cautious, not only about Julius Randle when he gets double teamed, because it is coming. Also, like, whether this is little or big, Mitchell Robinson has been putting stuff out about like his involvement in the offense. So if your starting center is disgruntled, that transfers over to the playoffs. Like, everyone has to be locked in. If you have one guy that's like, man, I want to get out of here, subconsciously, is he going to dive on the floor for that ball? Is he going to like go all out for his teammates? He's going to play basketball, but he's not going to be fully invested. Now, in the playoffs, the teams that have the best chemistry, that are fully invested, usually win series. Because when things get tough, you got to lock in even more. You have to hone in even more like a sniper. And when you have something else, when you're worried about contracts or, you know, am I going to be here next year, or I don't like the coach, or I don't like this player, you're going to see that even more. And I think, not to change the subject, I think that's what happens to the Warriors on the road. When things get tough, their chemistry is not anywhere near as what it was the last 9 years. So for me, the Knicks, that is something they need to address if they want to go to the second round.
Rich, you agree?
Yes, but Mitchell Robinson, like, with all due respect, like he's a big piece of what they do. He gets them so many second chance points. He protects the rim. He's a role guy. But I just don't like. I haven't seen enough of his game that could tell me he can move up the priority level on the offensive end. Totally. I haven't seen enough of that. So, and I'm not going to knock him. I think he can change, but it's like right now he's in a Clint Capella, DeAndre Jordan, which these guys are important pieces to very good teams and have been over the course of his career. So that's when we talk about like doing your role and doing it with enthusiasm. If he's making statements about, again, I haven't seen the statements, so we're going off Channing. So please, God, help us. If you're making statements about your level of offensive involvement, it's like, look, DeAndre Jordan's involvement in their offense needs to be a priority. Mitchell, he needs to keep doing what he's doing at an extremely high level, because that's what's going to make their team the most successful. It might not be the most for him. It might not lead to the most points. It might not lead to the best stats for him, but I think that would lead to the most success for the team, and that's what's most important.
before we move on from the Knicks, what is a successful season for the New York Knicks this year?
I think they've already had it.
Second round.
What?
No, second round.
You're
Second round.
drunk.
Second round.
Your first
No,
what
a successful
team?
season.
Who are they
They're
beating in the
playing
first
Cavs,
round?
who
I know,
If the
but
I'm saying they
season-
could be
Stop.
4-5. They
Richard,
could be 4-5 versus the Cavs, bro. First of all, no. How about this?
Take it
How about
7
this?
games
Who would
to the
be
first
best
round.
player? Really quickly. Who would be the best player in the Cavs versus Knicks series?
Donovan Mitchell.
Best. Who would be the second best player?
Jalen Brunson.
No, Julius Randle. We're just
Who would
talking
be the third best player?
Darius
No,
Garland.
just who would be
Darius
the third
Garland.
best? No, I think Brunson.
Okay.
How is Brunson not up there?
Brunson. If you go look at his
Brunson,
numbers.
Yeah. Oh, it's not just numbers. Let's go by eye test.
You can make.
I'll give you that.
But you can make
an example. Yeah, Jalen Brunson's having a better year than Darius Garland. Correct. So it's
Channing, you can make an argument. You can make an argument for either one. The point that I'm trying to make is there is a probability in which the best player is Donovan Mitchell, the next best player is Julius Randle, the next best player is
Jalen Brunson.
Is Jalen Brunson, right? And so it's like they could have 2 of the top 3 players in that series. To me, that gives them. So then that means that the players that have to play well are the Darius Garlands, are the Jared Allens, are the Karis LeVerts in order for the Cavs to exceed in that series because they've got 2 of the top 3 players on the Knicks.
That's right. But once 2
That's
and 3,
what I'm saying. So they can
4,
win
5,
that
and
round.
6 are the Cleveland. 4, 5, 6 is Cleveland. No offense to anyone on the Knicks. In my opinion, 4, 5, 1, 4, 5, and 6 are all Cleveland. Now, Julius Randle's physicality, I think Jalen Brunson's ability to – Donovan Mitchell is going to have to spend as much energy offensively as he is defensively unless they put Isaac Okoro on Jalen Brunson and switch all that. But then who's guarding R.J. Barrett, his aggressive ass going left? So to me, I think this is a great matchup. But anytime that Evan Mobley and Big Fella can be in the game, it's going to limit their touches. And the Knicks aren't a great three-point shooting team. They're solid. They're way better than they were last year, and not even in the same stratosphere. But in the playoffs, if you need a bucket and you got Evan Mobley and Big Fella, Big Afro Thunder down there, right? Like you're not going to get as many paint looks. And then if you're double teaming, where now the guy who averages 26, 27 points has to turn to a passer, now you have to swing to who are they swinging to on the Knicks?
Mm-hmm.
No, Channing, I'm just saying that when we break that down, that Cavs would have 1, Knicks would have 2 and 3, Cavs would have 4 and 5,
and 6.
In those spaces, I start to look at that and say, like, look, as hard as the Knicks play, low pace game, low pace scoring.
That is true.
That's
true.
If the Knicks could win that series. If you said that the Knicks beat the Cavs in 6 or 7, nobody's mind would be blown.
True.
So that's what I'm saying. The way the Knicks are playing, they've been balling the second half of the season. Only thing I'm saying for them, it looks like their matchup is the Cavs. You want me to tell you what makes the Knicks season successful? I would say if they were to finish the season strong, be 4 or 5, because that's where they're going to be slotted, win that first round, because they could get up to 4, have home court. If they lose to the Cavs and they have home court, that's an unsuccessful season. If they have a similar record and they beat the Cavs and they don't have home court, that's a successful season. So that's my answer.
Thank you for answering my question. As of right now, please pour yourself a drink. New York, again, sits 2.5 games back of the Cavs, and it's a 4-5 matchup if the season were to end, but we've got about 10 games left. All right, so the other half of that matchup today was the Nuggets. You talked about it.
Should we wait for our guest?
No, he's not coming. He's not coming.
He's a piece of
Apparently, Richard doesn't read our text chains.
Honestly, I'm not. Here's the thing. Sorry.
I'm on a plane.
You first.
You're good. I know that your phone works on the airline.
You know, he's free airplane Wi-Fi, dude. What are you taking?
That was such a great
Booty
line.
bunk airlines?
All I'm saying is that,
Anyways,
okay,
it's okay.
My bad.
My bad. You're good. 10 push-ups. I'm just going to give you this context. Nikola Jokic said after the loss to the Knicks that his team needs to be concerned about their recent skid. And you addressed this last week, Channing, on the podcast. So,
but this is not crunch time.
He did, Richard.
Richard. And now, and
Nut
I'm
crunching
coming
time?
from.
Is that a scientific term?
Yeah.
What?
Sorry, that was too much. Richard, you know this and I know this. Before the All-Star break, teams are trying to get in shape. Players are playing. They're playing for contracts or All-Star. You're winning games. The real teams, the teams that think they have a chance, which in my opinion, there's about 10 teams that think that they have a chance this year if they get hot, both the East and the West.
10?
10.
Damn.
Think about the West. Think about, no offense, think about the boo-boo Lakers because they've been losing too much.
I appreciate the no offense.
What's crazy is they have a chance still.
Yeah.
All they need to do is get Big Fella back from his hypotherapy chambers. I don't know what he's doing. He's doing too much. Get him back. Get AD healthy with this team. Okay, but back to the Nuggets. Now people are playing for real. Now people have scouts for you. Yep. This is their second time playing you. This is like, oh, guess what? I'm going to try something just in case I got to see you to see if it works. I've been holding this all year. I got time for you now. And everyone stepped their game up. The Nuggets have been playing amazing all year, but the better teams, the best teams have another level to that. And I don't think the Nuggets are responding correctly. The Nuggets are not responding correctly for a team that is supposed to be like championship aspirations. Mm-hmm. They're thinking, oh, I could play the same way I did in October. Like, that's just not true. People are ready now. They're ready. They got time. Like Richard and responding.
And what?
Like Richard.
First of all, I was on a flight for 5 hours.
No. I was going to say responding.
I'm going to
Paul
be
Pierce.
honest.
I sprint here.
I'm going to be
take
honest.
A drink.
Rich.
Take a drink.
I'm going to be honest.
I've been drinking.
I'm just glad you're
obviously.
Because I didn't think you were going to be here.
No, I literally landed everyone. So it's 10:30 here in New York, and then it was, hey, can you I landed at 9:15, got in the car, came straight here, set it up, ready to go, locked in for my road trip and peeps. So yes, it was a little dicey. I'm glad the timing worked out perfect. You texted me like, hey, are you available? I literally just logged in.
We're literally just peeps.
Peeps.
We're just peeps.
It's the most disgusting
Easter
candy.
candy.
My God. It's worse than candy corn.
No,
that's a lie.
Worse.
That's a lie. Candy corn with peanuts.
No, Peeps.
Candy corn with nuts.
Allie.
For all the people that love me in that lane.
Candy corn with nuts?
Who's eating that? I have never seen
peanuts.
it.
Cocktail peanuts with candy corn. I cannot believe we've completely gone off the rails. But
who eats? I've never seen that in my 40 years of living.
Don't knock it before you try it. Candy corn and peanuts, everyone? Yes, they agree. Out in the hallway. Absolutely. They're all shaking their head yes.
I'm looking, Richard, there's not one person here in the hallway that agrees.
They all do.
Yeah.
Look at that. Nobody.
Candy corn and peanuts are the best. So much better than Little Peeps.
Where are you guys going tonight? Give her
Bible
a
study?
headset. Give Lisa a headset.
She's gone.
Where you guys get Bible study?
She's
going
gone.
to church?
Guess who's
Lisa's
here?
gone.
You know Lotus is here. Logan.
Oh, Logan.
Loki. That's my brother
the
for everyone.
Dog. I texted Mark. See what the fuck Mark's doing. He didn't respond. He knows.
Okay.
Anyways,
what is your opinion on the Nuggets?
On the Nuggets, do you agree with the Joker that they should be concerned?
Yes, I think they've been relatively healthy this year. They've been the number one seed since December 5th. I hope they have another gear. Channing, look, you know this. There's times when you're a very good team and they look like they were running away with the West. They're still running away. They're still leading the West. Memphis, because of a variety of things, whether it's Dillon Brooks, losing, who's my big guy that just tore his Achilles? Brandon Clark. Adams is going to get reevaluated. So the team that was number 2 that could be on your heels, sometimes the teams on your heels is what pushes you to play at another level. Right. But when you see that happening, when you see Golden State, who looks like they lost again, did they win? I saw it in the airport as I was getting off. It looks like Golden State was going to lose another game. The Lakers just blew 2 games. So there's the Sacramento Kings, right? When you look at the West, there's nobody, if I'm the Denver Nuggets and I've been healthy and playing good to great basketball all year, there's nobody in the West that worries me. So if all of a sudden they start to pull their foot off the gas pedal, then But Jokic, they should be worried because, with all due respect, they don't have the cachet that some of the other top teams. It's like when Utah was number one, right? They were very, very good, but people didn't fear them. There's a fear factor that goes into being number one that can help you win games. Let me be really honest. LeBron James, when he went to 8 straight finals, like in the middle of that 6-7 year run, people are like, oh, nobody's beating LeBron. So you go into it with like an underdog defeated mentality. And I think people will go into looking at Denver, whoever is in those bottom seats, thinking that they can beat Denver.
Richard, is Denver just the Atlanta of the West? Remember Atlanta was killing the league during the regular season?
And y'all came in and whapped like 27 threes?
No, because they have the MVP. They
have one MVP.
Player.
Atlanta have 5 All-Stars.
They have a top 5 player.
Okay. One.
What? No, but there's a difference. Like when I'm saying this.
What we're saying is, listen, here's where I preface that. The Nuggets are dominating the regular season, as the Atlanta Hawks did. Regardless of how they're doing it, they are dominating it. But at no point was somebody like, damn, we got to go up against the Hawks. They have really good players. They have 5 All-Stars. But nobody was like, oh, they're going to
You guys didn't
just crush.
fear them.
I don't know if anybody really feared them. And that's no disrespect to them. It was just like
they were a 60-win team, too.
That's what's crazy. So, like, the Nuggets, I don't know if they've instilled enough fear of like, damn, I got to play the Nuggets. I don't know that. Now, I'm not playing, but I just don't. The way that teams are going at their neck right now, it doesn't seem like there's a healthy respect or fear or, wow, as I spit all over the place. Juicy mouthed.
Spitting. Are you spitting?
My teeth are sweating.
Juicy mouth?
Oh, juicy mouth. Anyways.
That's disgusting.
I know. It's so disgusting. But what I'm saying is that you could tell even like the Sixers, there's a big respect for the Sixers and how they play and Joel Embiid and how you have to approach that game. Because even if they're down, you have an opportunity to win that game with James Harden or Joel Embiid or Tyrese Maxey or Tobias Harris.
Okay, so this is what I will say.
Yep.
The difference between them and Atlanta is this. Atlanta was like, they're one of those teams like the Detroit Pistons where there wasn't one star, but as a cohesive unit, they were a monster, right? Like, not like, again, with all due respect to the Detroit Pistons in 2004 when they won the championship, they were a system team. We were able to interrupt the system, right? Like, as a cohesive unit, the Atlanta Hawks were a 60-win team, but they were a unit. When you're talking about the Denver Nuggets here, the unit is Jokic and the weapons built around him. There is no stopping Jokic. Like, we can say whatever we want. The only question is, will Jokic turn into when you get to the postseason, you got to be 30, 14, and 9 on most nights, right? Like, that's what LeBron James has had to do during his title runs. This is what Kevin Durant has had to do. This is what Steph Curry has had to do. Like, the guys that have been elite, Kawhi, go back and look at Kawhi Leonard's numbers. Your best player, I don't give a fuck about all the assist and triple doubles. That doesn't translate to the postseason. Or it's never have translated, and Jokic is trying to be the first one to have it translate. With that, I look forward to see. But he needs to go out there and be the best player on the floor. Not the best playmaker, not the best this. He is talented enough that if he said, I'm going to go give you 30, 14, and 7 every night through this postseason run, that might be what the Denver Nuggets need. And if they don't get that, could be a short postseason like our Wildcats.
No.
Say it louder.
Nope.
We can't even.
Shut up.
Hey, Road Trippers, if you're looking to catch your favorite team in concerts live and in person, you need to download the Game Time app. Richard, Channing, and I are always looking for the best prices of game tickets, and we're usually buying them the day of the event, so we don't have to stress if our game or event is starting in a few hours. That's actually the best time to buy thanks to the Game Time app. Game Time is the fast and easy way to buy tickets for all sports, music, comedy, and theater shows near you. With killer deals on last-minute tickets and their best price guaranteed, you can stop stressing over the tickets and start getting hyped for all the fun that you're going to have. We love the added perks of the Game Time app, including flash deals, last-minute tickets, and the seating map featuring panoramic views from your desired ticket location and their lowest price guaranteed. That's right. If you find tickets in the same section and row for less, Game Time will credit your account 110% of the difference. Once you find the seats you want, you're just 2 taps away from getting the ticket sent directly to your phone. It is really that easy. So snag your next set of tickets without the stress on Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use the code Road Trippin for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code Road Trippin for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last-minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Hey, Road Trippers, our next partner has a product we're personally using every day. We're all taking athletic greens because we want more energy, better immune systems, and we all got tired of taking pills and vitamins. Want to see what the hype is all about? It's obvious. Every scoop of AG1 tastes great, helps us to feel our best in the morning. We have the peace of mind knowing that we're beginning every day with 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, whole food source superfoods, and even probiotics. Right now, it's time to reclaim your health and arm your immune system with convenient daily nutrition, especially in the middle of cold and flu season. It's just 1 scoop in a cup of water every day. That's it. No need for a million different pills and supplements to look out for your own health. To make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/roadtrippin and take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance. Again, go to athleticgreens.com/roadtrippin and get started today. Hey, Road Trippers, spring is here. It's time to get your fit right for this warmer weather. Get yourself some gear that's meant to last. Our friends at Shady Rays have you covered from the sun with premium polarized shades, customized snow goggles, and much more. Shady Rays is an independent sunglasses company that offers a world-class product that's just as good as any expensive pair we've worn. They have durable frames and extremely clear optics for all of our outdoor adventures. That's not all. Shady Rays offers the most insane protection in all of eyewear. Every pair of sunglasses is backed by their lost and broken replacements, meaning if you're like me and lose or break a pair, even on day 1, they'll send you a new pair, no questions asked. Wear your Shady Rays with confidence because they have your back long after your purchase. With Shady Rays, you can look good and feel good. To date, they've donated over 20 million meals to fight hunger with Feeding America. If you don't like them, exchange for a new pair or return them free within 30 days. They're no risk when you shop with Shady Rays. Again, their team always has your back. So in here right now is an exclusive offer that we are giving you, all the road trippers out there. Shady Rays, it's giving you their best deal yet. Go to shadyrays.com and use the promo code ROADTRIPPIN for 50% off 2 or more pairs of polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself the shades that are rated 5 stars by over 200,000 people online. It's shadyrays.com and enter the promo code ROADTRIPPIN. Calling all of our single road trippers out there, confidence is key when it comes to dating. But if you've struggled to find worthwhile connections, it can be difficult to feel your best when meeting new people. With Talkify, that's spelled Tawkify, you'll feel confident that you're meeting someone special who is picked just for you. Talkify is the country's #1 modern matchmaking service that's designed to help you achieve relationship success. Their trusted compatibility specialists hand-select successful and compelling candidates so you can date consciously and productively. Here's how it works. The Talkify matchmakers meet with you to learn about what you're looking for in a partner. Then they'll select and screen potential match candidates for you. Doing background checks, they'll do video interviews, and asking the tough questions that are just too awkward for first dates. From there, your matchmaker plans your date instructions and handles all communications for you, creating a safe and stress-free dating experience. Talkify is committed to finding your match. 80% of matched clients met their person within the first 12 matches. And right now, Talkify is offering all Road Trippin' listeners 20% off when you become a client at Talkify.com/roadtrippin. That's Tawkify.com/roadtrippin for 20% off when you become a client. So head over to Talkify.com/roadtrippin today. Moving on to the number 2-3 seed in the West from the number 1 seed. Don't ever tell me to shut up.
I didn't tell you to shut up. That was Richard.
Who is going to get the 2 seed?
I didn't say shut up. I didn't say shut up.
Yes, you did.
You literally
you
said
absolutely
shut up.
said shut up.
Yeah. You know, she got trigger words.
We're not talking about that.
What are Allie's trigger words? What are Allie's
Really,
trigger
Rich? You
words?
want to go there?
Shut up.
Okay,
and,
so the Spurs completed
Jesus.
the biggest deficit of the NBA season today, on Saturday. 29-point deficit in the third quarter to beat the Spurs.
What?
They were up, by the way. The Spurs were up by 9 with 1 minute to play in regulation. And the Grizz went on a 9-0 run, went to overtime. So, having said that, You've got the Grizz
Take a
jockeying down the stretch with the Kings for the number 2 seed in the West. Both teams, are tied 42-17 record-wise. Who wins the number 2 seed in the West?
The Kings. The Kangs.
The Kings over the Grizz?
Think about this. Think about this attitude, right?
Yeah.
Right now they're tied.
Yes.
Okay.
I think the right word is pessimistic, right? I'm always looking at the glass half empty. The glass.
I love you.
Right? It's like laugh and glass. So the glass half empty. You were down 29 points to the dang Spurs.
I mean, we've all been there before. You've all had a moment.
To the Spurs.
You've all had a
who
moment.
are on Wemby watch. And
You've
it
all
took
had
you
a
to
moment.
do that. I understand. But not if you're third.
You guys lost like 4 out of 7 in the last month, the year you won a championship. Okay? Down the stretch.
You know whose
As y'all
fault
are
that
over
was?
there flipping bottles on the side.
Oh, we were beating the shit out of New York when we did that. We were beating the shit out of
Anyways,
that.
continue.
No, I don't know if the Memphis Grizzlies are what they think they are, and that equals winning. Does that make sense? Like, how deep is their bench? I think Tyus Jones is the best backup point guard in the NBA. I think he's an actual starter in the NBA. You can see that by their record, what happens when John Morant's not out or when he's out, like they still are rolling. He has the best assist to turnover ratio the last 3 years running. So he takes care of the ball. Anyways, I don't know if all the hoorah that we've been hearing and seeing equates to winning in the playoffs. Show me
About the Grizz?
about the Grizzlies. Now, do I want to see them do it? I'm going to go to the standings here. If
Go to
they,
standings, Channing.
let's say 2 plays what? 2 plays 8?
2 plays 7.
Who are you taking in a series, Golden State or the Memphis Grizzlies?
I mean, can the
That's a hell of a
Let me ask you this
series
question
now.
though. Can the Warriors win a game on the road?
Obviously not. Look at the record. They're trash.
So you're taking the Warriors in that series?
I
Because you
think-
have to win on the road.
Because here's my thing. I have bet against the Warriors before.
How'd that work out?
and not too good. I will say this. Steph Curry and Clay and Draymond and that team got another level. They're hooping right now at home, but when it really counts, when you go to the finals that much or when you win that many championships, things happen during the regular season. There's no more regular season. Like this is like we're playing the Grizzlies. This is what we need to do. They need to win one game on the road. I would put money on the Warriors. As bad as their season has been, I would put money on the
so
Warriors.
flabbergasted. I'm so flabbergasted as
Why?
the way they're playing. Look, I'm just because okay. Can we establish this?
Yeah.
Can we first? We've
7 is
never
a bad
seen
number.
What I'm saying is like, let's be really honest. Like, I know we're like, oh, the Warriors, oh, they've had some. We've been glossing over it. No one wants to talk bad about them because they're the defending champions. They're a dynasty. They've got 3 Hall of Famers, possibly 4 on their team. But at the end of the day, we have never seen a team with a road and home differential like this in the history of basketball. I'm trying to see somewhere in the history of sports where we've seen a team that, that's like a team being like 8-8 in football and going undefeated at home and losing every game on the road. You don't see this.
You guys are
And so there
former
are
NBA players. Can I stop you right there, Rich? What is it? What is that? Obviously, you can talk about the defensive effort from the 3, like whatever, but is that it or is it mental?
I was flabbergasted.
I think it's team
they're
chemistry.
missing guys.
I think
Now,
it's
look,
team
look.
chemistry. I think it's team
Yeah,
chemistry.
the chemistry is.
I honestly
but
think it's
still,
team chemistry. 7,
If they
Richard?
were a 500 team, across the board, yes, chemistry. But what the fuck are they going home and kumbayaing and then going on the road? Like I've never seen this. I think it's a mental block at this point in time collectively as a squad because they're well coached. They have the stuff.
They
There's
got
no
the
way to
yips.
go 29-7 on at home. And then 7-29 on the road. The sample size is big enough here, people. Like that shit is crazy,
That is
and we're
crazy.
glossing over
And
it.
they're losing a boo-boo
That's
team.
I've never seen it. We've never seen it. We've never seen it in history.
Jeremiah, just in my ear, which one of you called him the ultimate fuck around team?
Oh,
Rich?
Richard?
Is
I did last year. The ultimate fuck around.
is that
I'm
what
not
they are?
betting against the Warriors. If
Okay.
any first round matchup that the Warriors get, I will bet on the Warriors.
It's just not.
That's
it
wild.
doesn't make sense. And no
No.
matter
Wild.
what I see, and this is hard to do, these dudes are 4-time champions. They have another
betting
level.
against them.
If you want to put Steph, Clay, Draymond in a room, and you're like, yo, y'all versus another 3 people, and you got to fight for that piece of food,
Yeah.
there's only a couple teams that I'm betting against those 3 guys. Think about
Who right now in the league? Bucks?
the Bucks. That's it.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
The Bucks
What
are the
against
best
the
team
Warriors?
in the NBA.
Against the Warriors.
Oh no, I'm taking other teams.
No,
Bucks,
I'm saying no.
Celtics,
No, I would take Bucks. I would take Celtics.
Sixers,
There's a lot of teams that I would take over them. No one
Phoenix.
in the West would I bet money on. Like I'm not going to walk into any sports book. Shout out Vegas and shout out the
Well
Win.
played.
Shout out Blue Wire.
Well played.
I'm not going to walk into any sporting book and say, "Oh, it's the Warriors versus the Sacramento Kings. Here's $100."
What about the
on
Phoenix Suns,
Sacramento.
Richard?
Here's
Oh
no.
When is
no,
Kevin Durant
no,
coming back?
because
Oh, God.
with all due no, what yeah, again, look, 1, Kevin Durant, but 2, Wiggins. Wiggins averaged 18 points a game over the course of their run. They're missing 18 points a game. He led them. He was like second or third in scoring. He led them in blocks, steals, led them in rebounds in the NBA Finals. That is no longer there. They don't know when it's coming back. Gary Payton II, when they get him, eventually down the road, yes, they might. If he comes right back right before the playoffs, they'll be a better team in the playoffs because that'll be some new juju, that'll be some new energy, right? But you still need Andrew Wiggins. And like, look, I don't care why the fuck he's gone. I'm tired of people having these discussions. I'm tired of people wondering why and prying. That's part of the things that athletes talk about. Leave him the fuck alone. If he's going through something, let him go through something. That's fine. We're not entitled to that. He and his family owes us nothing. And anybody that's coming out with anything, it's disrespectful. It's trash. I don't care if you know something and you don't know something. Even if you give the answer, who cares? Leave the man be. If the Warriors are protecting him, that tells me all I need to know. So that's what I say about that. Next part is this. If they don't have him and they don't have Gary Payton II, then they're not the Warriors that won the championship. They are not the defending champions. They are a very good Warriors team.
at home,
Fair. And as of right now, they're in the 7th seed in the West, which is changing every
which is
single
still
day.
astronomical for me. It's just like,
Right.
how?
Absolutely. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a couple of fun things from the East to the West, and we can be kind of quick with this because I want to get to a few NBA futures since we're obviously here in Vegas.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you 4 teams currently on the bubble for the Eastern Conference play-in round, and I want you guys to give me 2 teams that you think are the most deserving.
Okay.
Okay? Raptors, Bulls, Pacers, Wizards.
I think the Raptors are going to be interesting in the playoffs. But again, I think they have issues. I think they have
you
chemistry issues.
They're one of the 2 teams most deserving.
Yeah.
Okay, who's the other?
I fuck with the
Raptors,
Pacers.
Bulls, Pacers, Wizards.
Because think about this year when they did all these things, and now Rick Carlisle comes in. You know, you get Ben Mathurin. I know, sorry. A French accent. Mathurin. It's, and all these things. We're going to trade Buddy Hield. We're going to do this. You bring in Halliburton. He has one of the best years ever for a guard. People are buying into that system. They're exciting to watch. They're just young. So I want to see them have a chance to get freaky in the playoffs. Those 2 teams.
Richard? Raptors,
Wizards.
Bulls, Pacers, Wizards. 2 teams that you feel are
Ew.
most deserving.
I want to talk about those 4 teams.
Okay, we'll go to the West then. That's how you feel.
Yeah.
We'll go to the West.
No, look. With all due respect, the Wizards, like,
Boo.
I'm not disrespecting the Wizards.
I am.
Boo.
Boo.
I'm not disrespecting Chicago. Like, shout out my guy Lonzo Ball. That's
Oh,
sad.
that sucks.
First of all, it's tough. I look. The Bulls, they have talent. DeMar DeRozan, they got talent. I'm not saying these teams are talented, but it's like it's great. Enjoy the first round. I've been a part of those teams. We're going to play really hard. We get a little playoff check that'll be spent on your vacation right after the season. You'll get like 10, 12K.
Yeah.
Right. It's great. Like, that's your vacation. Like, that's good. It's like when you make it to like conference finals, then you can like buy a car. You can do some shit with that money. But like first round, that's
First
a
round is
nice
like just
vacation for
the
the
gentleman's sweep is just a waste of 10 days. And it's just like, what do we do this for?
But I don't mind it. You got to win. Listen, 4-2 in the first round, like, is fun. Like, it's a fun little cap to the season, a little nightcap, little conversation cocktail. You know, we made it to the postseason. Add that at the end of the
like
year.
what we're having
Look, at
right
the end
now.
of your career.
It's our little,
at the end of your career, if you went to the postseason 8 times versus 6, like, you feel it, like it feels something, right? So it feels better. So you look. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, let's go to the West. This is more interesting.
But I did order some more old fashions.
Oh my God! I hope you get
for
on
you guys
TV at 5 in the morning tomorrow.
No, it's a damn. Why do you wish that on somebody? No, we get on TV. I got a game at 3 though.
No, that's not bad. That ain't bad.
3?
Yeah, the game's at 3. That's why I couldn't stay there and then leave in the morning from Vegas. I couldn't go with you guys.
It sounds awful.
And leave in the morning. I know. So I have a 3 o'clock game tomorrow. If it was a 7 o'clock game, I would have been in Vegas and left in the morning. Stayed up all night, rage, fucking gamble.
Is that what we're about to do?
No, we have Bible study.
We have Bible study.
It's like it was like dress up day at Bible study.
Now, do you guys feel a certain way about referencing Bible study when you're about to go do debaucherous things?
We are. We're going to Bible study.
Yeah, we're literally. Not many podcasts.
Yeah, no, I believe you.
Okay, let's go to the West. Let's go to the West.
Same thing for the Western Conference. 2 of these 4. Thunder, Lakers, Jazz, Pelicans. Thunder in 9th, Lakers in 10th. You have the Jazz in the 11th seed, and then the Pelicans.
Lakers and Jazz. You know,
don't let Allie off the hook. Allie, no, don't let Allie off the hook.
You're not going to let me off the hook. You're not, because the Lakers deserve to be in. Absolutely.
Over the other 2, yeah.
No, talk about it. Talk about the Lakers' last 2 games, Allie.
It's been rough. It's been rough. I actually have struggled. It's been rough. The Houston thing. Look, I even said it on my podcast, and nobody cares. But
you have a podcast?
My podcast, my Instagram.
Yeah, I know. What
my
the
Instagram,
fuck?
I did a Q&A. I apologize.
Are you going solo on us, Beyonce?
That's some shit, man.
Look at you. Listen, I am not Kate Michelle here. Come on now, tell me.
This is what I love most about you guys.
What happened?
You actually let me off the hook. You say don't let her off the hook, and then you let me because you continue to talk. Okay, I love it. No, say what you want about Anthony Davis and the injury. It's not fun right now. Obviously, it's the unfortunate side of it, right? But I am someone who, and again, this is what I was talking about on my Instagram Live Q&A thing that I did. I am someone that had a stress reaction on all 5 metatarsals in college. I tore my plantar fascia, and it is about managing the stress of the injury.
What kind of shoes were you wearing? Reedles?
New Balance.
Okay, that's
freshman, sophomore year.
No offense, New Balance. They're a little different now, but you must have been running in bricks.
I just had plantar. My whole point saying this is like that aspect with Anthony Davis sucks. It sucks because you also have a team that's trying to come together with a lot of potential, but at this point of the season and the urgency in which they need to win, and then, oh, by the way, big fella's out. Right?
Potential.
So this is hard. I think they've shown glimpses. I think they've shown that they once they get in, and we've heard a lot of people say, even on the national landscape, which is where you guys live, make your money right now, right? That they could create some noise. But when you lose to the Houstons, last team in the league, right? And you have your moments of just whether it's not coming out with the right energy and effort to start the game against the Mavericks, a team that is right in front of you. And then you have your kind of brain farts and your moments down the stretch. It's tough. Where you could have ultimately been and put yourself in a position to kind of control your destiny down the stretch. Yeah, that's tough. But I still believe that the Lakers have it in them. I said it. I'm confident that they have it in them. You get in that playing situation and they have an opportunity.
Okay.
So, yeah, I believe that the Lakers deserve to be in when you're talking about 2 of the 4 teams right there on the bubble in the Western Conference. Yes, I do.
Cool. I just want to see the Jazz. Like, they have players who have, you've seen the best version of themselves, the best version of themselves. And I appreciate that. And I think they need that young team, even if they get beat in the first round, that opportunity to taste the playoffs shows a lot for the fans, for the coach who's done his job all year. That's a tough job. Mm-hmm. Okay, get rid of Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert, Mike Conley Jr., get rid of your 3 All-Stars. And then, oh, yeah, guess what? Let's develop a team where nobody has any expectations and you have a chance to make the playoffs. To me, that's awesome. And then number 2, and I went on a tangent last week about the Pelicans. Mm-hmm. I just don't – what is up? And there's going to be 1,000 excuses. There's going to be 1,000 things. Mm-hmm. Again, it's more disappointment. It's more that I'm hurt deep down inside. I wanted the Pelicans. I had the Pelicans all year being third based on their talent, based on what I saw. It didn't happen. It happens.
Yeah.
And then what was the other? OKC?
Yeah.
No. I like what they're doing, but I think I like what the Jazz are doing a little bit more. I think OKC is one more year away from being,
Something
10, 9,
special
8,
and-
7.
yeah.
Yeah. They need like those guys to not be 21 and to be like 25.
Yeah. Fair. Rich, are you back?
No, that team's going to be good. Yeah, I'm back. I'm sorry. I'm kids saying goodnight. Fuck them kids.
What do you want to agree to disagree or no?
No, again, I apologize for the break. But when it comes to the Lakers, it's like you have to earn a playoff spot. You have to earn a playoff spot. I don't think anybody deserves anything in this sport. And like Allie, no one deserves an NCAA tournament berth. You earn an NCAA tournament berth. When I look at the Lakers, again, all the people, and again, when AD set out, and this is not a question of his injury, this is not a question of that. I fully defend. If you're hurt and they're managing you, it just sucks that you have to be managed in this manner. I get it. That doesn't. Yeah, but it sucks, and I'm not
I don't necessarily
going at
agree
AD.
with that.
I'm not.
Sorry, Rich. I don't want to interrupt you. You get
Go ahead.
managed the other 60 games so that when they need you to play a game versus the worst team in the NBA, that is a must. If y'all would have won that game, you would have been one game out.
But Channing,
Richard, being one game out of the playoffs is a lot different than being 2 games out with X amount of games to go, waiting for somebody to come back. It's going to take a time for them to get used to playing with Bron. They haven't played with him that much. What I'm saying is, as a player, as a team, you're supposed to take the games early on the season off so that these games at the end of the year are, hey, can you go or not? And we will manage this. You have to give yourself a chance to the playoffs. What's the purpose of managing for what? For a regular season?
Right.
You manage for the playoffs.
The one thing that they're not managing for the playoffs, though, they're managing his current injury, which didn't come at the start of the season. That's the only thing I can kind of clarify there. And I'm not a doctor by any means, but it's not managing Anthony Davis based off of his workload and totality of the regular season. It is simply because of the stress reaction that he has in his foot.
Right.
And right now, I think the biggest thing is managing the stress. And the only answer that means you're moving in a positive and right direction is that he's healthy. And now, granted, the only time that this is an actual issue is back-to-backs. And the Lakers do have one more on the season. They have a Jazz and a Clipper back-to-back. And it starts in Utah. So, and that's in April. And so many people are still wondering at that time what position the Lakers are going to be in. And are you going to allow him to be cleared to play in a situation like that, right?
I mean,
so just to clarify,
at what point do you get desperate?
I just want to tell the medical staff, everyone out there, typically when new coaches and new GMs, right, you can protect the investment of the player, but let me break it down because the medical staffs, they're relatively new in this NBA space. Let's say in the last 10 years, they've gained more power. When the team does not perform and players do not perform of the level that they are capable of, when new coaches and new GMs come in, they hire new medical staff. It's no different than a new GM coming in and saying, I want my coach. We've seen it with our brother Luke. Luke has gotten a job, and the second year, Mitch Kupchak was out, Vlade Divac was out, and the clock started ticking on Luke. We know this from a personal standpoint from watching the game. So all the medical staff is like, oh, well, they're not playing more than 37 minutes, and we got to manage this. Hey, bro, Lakers don't make the postseason a couple years in a row. You're going to be looking for a new job. That's just, and that doesn't mean that you should put players' health at risk to keep your job, but you have to understand is that your security is also tied to success. And right now, I think there's a little bit of gap of oh, well, we're going to listen whatever the medical staff says, whatever the medical staff says. But then coaches are going to start getting fired because they're listening to the medical staff. And this is not about AD's injury. AD should be resting. I support that. If he's got a stress factor, he's a big fella. We know the conditions with the feet can get dicey. I'm not questioning that. But at the same point in time, I feel like there's this power that the medical staff has that I don't think they fully understand what the fuck is going on.
Just so you know, I'm 5'11", size
That's just
11,
my opinion.
and I recovered from a foot injury. And I need a feet account.
Tell them, girl.
Okay, so we're in Vegas. We're going to close out this episode with some NBA futures bets. Okay?
Let's do it.
Let's stop by the Win Sports book. Bet on a few NBA futures.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Number one,
Let's go.
12-1 odds for both of these. Is it more likely the Warriors win the NBA championship or the Cavaliers win the East? $100 bet wins $1,200.
Oh, the Cavs win the East. There's a 0% chance the Warriors win the championship. 0.
Wow.
And as much as I talk great about the Warriors, we're talking about the first round.
As you guys both
This first round. No. Well, I specifically said the first round to win one game in the first round. That second round ain't the same as the first round against the Memphis Grizzlies. That ain't the same. No. 0% chance, because we can't go by what they've done 10 years ago when it comes to winning a championship. We have to go by what they are now and what they've shown us.
Yep. Okay.
0. Now the Cavaliers, if Evan Mobley and
Hear the if.
That's a big if. He's gonna have to mature a lot.
Yeah.
But also, my biggest thing is he's just so young. He's showing so many great glimpses. I love that kid. I love that team. But they're just not physical. Listen, they don't shoot enough corner threes for me. At the 3 position, Jetty's my guy. I like Isaac Okoro. They're not ready for that pressure of getting, Donovan Mitchell double team, swing. They got to shoot that thing 12 times. And if they go 3 for 12, that's your fault. You had all year to work on that one jump shot. You driving it into the defense, you had all year to work on that and get it right. You got 2 jobs. Play fucking defense and make that 3.
Whoa.
That's it. And if you drive to the hole and can't kick it or can't make a layup or can't make a lob, that's also your fault. You got to be better. Everybody who's good in this league has a 3-man who can shoot the 3 from the corner or who can drive and make a play for somebody else. The Cavaliers struggle with that at crunch times. At times, that's my biggest what if.
Like I said, I'm not betting against the Warriors. This would be a bet for the Cavs.
Yeah, it's a bet for the Cavs.
Well said. All right, at plus 250 odds for both.
More
likely
for a big dum-dum. So if I put $1 in, I get 250.
100 bet wins 250.
Ooh, what's this?
So I sounded really smart there. Thanks, Jeremiah. At plus 250 odds for both. More likely the Suns or the Nuggets win the West. They're both the odds-on favorites to win the Western Conference. So more likely the Suns or the Nuggets win the Western Conference.
Suns.
Really?
Now, this is not, I think the Nuggets get beat before the Suns win. Does that make sense?
Say it again.
I would bet the Nuggets losing before the Suns win. I could see something going wrong with the Nuggets, but while the Suns may struggle to win, they will win their series. Does that make any sense? I think the Suns again.
This is called hedging your bet. That's what this is called.
What table are we heading to?
You're not.
The craps table?
The craps table. Let's go.
God, no.
Okay. There are 2 guys way out in front of the pack for Defensive Player of the Year. Okay. The favorite,
Jaren Jackson Jr.
Brooke Lopez at minus 160.
What does that mean?
Odds. Or Jaren Jackson Jr. at plus 140 odds. So a $100 bet on Lopez wins you $65.
Why the hell would you do that?
A $100 bet on Jackson wins you $140.
Ooh. I'm going to tell you this. No offense.
Memphis, why would you do that? You do that because you want to make money. Like, listen, if I'm going to bet $100, and I know it's going to give me back 60, that's fine because I think that's going to happen. Me and Channing are not gamblers. That's the funnest part about this.
This is the best. I don't know. None of the rules.
Yeah.
I think Memphis needs a feel-good story. So I'm going to go with Jaren Jackson Jr.
At plus 140 odds. All
right. Even Brooke. Big Brookie.
Richard.
Stop eating, fat motherfucker.
Do you agree?
I'm starving. I didn't eat on the plane. Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Wait, what did you take?
1,000%. This is a fat.
You had the fat shaming.
United landed it.
Oh, did you get the
I landed in Newark.
The 3 cheese quiche?
3 cheese wrap. No. I got they had Oh gosh, what
The
the fuck?
ravioli? The pizza?
No, the ravioli they offered. It was like chicken. It was chicken with noodles. I don't. It wasn't.
Ooh.
Look, it's acceptable, especially if you alter your mind state before plane flights, as I typically do. So,
Last one.
So-
Stay focused.
okay.
Celtics and Bucks are both tied right now as favorites to win the NBA championship at plus 350 odds. Who are you taking? Do you know what that means, Channing?
Yeah.
Bucks.
I'm telling you right now, listen, I'd be hard pressed.
Good.
If the Bucks are healthy, that's a team of men. That's the most physical. That's men. You look 1 through 9. Those are dogs. That's like grown men. They all got families. They all got things at home. They all chop trees during the summer. Like Brooke, Giannis, Middleton, Drew. Who's that last one on that starting lineup? Let's even say I say like Pat Connaughton or something like that. Then it's like
Channing,
Bobby Portis, Joel, the shooter from Utah. Damn it! Why do
I need to run through this entire
Jay
lineup.
Crowder, Joe Ingles.
Joe Ingles, bro.
Right, but all these dudes are 6'9" grown men ready to win. Like
Correct me if I'm wrong, Channing. The only team in the current NBA that I think that would give our 2016 championship run,
we're getting
team a run, is the Milwaukee Bucks.
oh,
They're the only team
it
that
would be a problem.
they're the only team
they
that's
would
deep.
suck to
They're
play
the only.
against.
Like I'm not saying I look. I'm not saying, but I look
The
at
Celtics wouldn't tap
all
y'all?
of the things.
No,
Fuck no. No, and that's not a disrespect to them, but you have to understand, we do have LeBron James. We do have him,
Do you have,
right?
Oh,
And
the
I just don't
16
think...
team. Okay, yeah. And Kyrie.
Because of what I'm saying, I'm saying when
prime
you're talking
Tristan,
about LeBron
prime
and
Kevin,
yeah. LeBron
prime
and
Mo Williams.
LeBron and Giannis are offsetting each other, right? That's how good Giannis is. That's how good LeBron is.
No.
They're in the, and so then it becomes everybody. No, I'm just saying though. When I
Their
say
height is
offset, I'm like,
crazy.
yeah.
Their height
Yeah.
would be an issue because we wouldn't be able to get layups. There's 3, 4, 5 guys that are 6'9" and above right there. But the problem is they give up
and
a lot
even-
of threes, but that's the only problem.
But this is the thing, though. We would try and go big where they're different. That we would try and go big with Channing and Kevin Love, right? But the problem is they can go big with shooting also. They can go
bigger. Like Brooke is 7'2".
They can go bigger with shooting, right? That's what I'm saying. When I look at their matchup and I'm like, oh, okay, well, Channing would guard Brooke. Well, fuck, it's gonna be a bunch of 7-footers shooting threes. But with all due respect, he got a little bit more shit to his game than Channing. With all due respect,
he's
for
also
Lopez,
don't
Yeah,
disrespect.
but
He's also he averaged
no,
25 in the league. No,
So that's what I'm saying. When I look at
the disrespect.
the best team that I was ever on, the best team I was ever on was 2016, 2017. So when I look
You're
at
welcome.
great teams, I typically compare. You're welcome. I compare them to that. That's all.
Don't disrespect those early Nets years. I mean, y'all were out there balling over the Celtics.
No.
But with that said, before we wrap
Here we go.
this up, though, well played, Allie. How about your guy Kevin? Is he okay?
Good job.
Oh, Kevin got hit in his wee-wee? I texted.
Poor guy. He
I was
posted
on
that. And I thought
live
of you
TV.
guys.
I was on live TV. It was like, yo, getting punched in the ding-ding, it just doesn't feel good.
Rich, enjoy New York. Thanks for taking the time. Welcome to New York.
Oh,
That's not a song, Allie.
It is Taylor Swift.
she's trying.
Is it? Oh.
Oh,
okay.
oh,
Get your
you're thinking
shit
she was doing
together,
Alicia
bro.
Keys, so did I.
Yeah.
Y'all know
So
it.
did I.
Taylor Swift. Hello. Yes.
I said, who?
I saw her
the
get run
hell?
over by a car today. I saw her get run over by a car.
What? Tay got run
Taylor
over by a
Swift.
car?
You haven't seen it?
Richard,
Car
we've been
runs
here doing
completely
work.
over her.
You're
Like
lying.
underneath the tire. I swear to God. See it. Like she's underneath the tires.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
I don't know. It's in a great.
Is
It's
she
in a
okay?
movie. I watched it on the plane. I watched it in the
my
I hate you
God.
so. And on that note, it's another edition of
What an
Road
asshole.
Trippin. Seriously, I just went to.
I was like,
and Taylor
oh,
Swift
man,
was the
poor
first thing
girl.
that came up on Twitter.
Richard
Oh my
left.
God. Hey, Road Trippers, if you're looking to catch your favorite team in concerts live and in person, you need to download the Game Time app. Richard, Channing, and I are always looking for the best prices of game tickets, and we're usually buying them the day of the event. So we don't have to stress if our game or event is starting in a few hours. That's actually the best time to buy thanks to the Game Time app. Game Time is the fast and easy way to buy tickets for all sports, music, comedy, and theater shows near you. With killer deals on last-minute tickets and their best price guaranteed, you can stop stressing over the tickets and start getting hyped for all the fun that you're going to have. We love the added perks of the Game Time app, including flash deals, last-minute tickets, and the seating map featuring panoramic views from your desired ticket location and their lowest price guaranteed. That's right. If you find tickets in the same section and row for less, Game Time will credit your account 110% of the difference. Once you find the seats you want, you're just 2 taps away from getting the ticket sent directly to your phone. It is really that easy. So snag your next set of tickets without the stress on Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use the code Road Trippin for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code Road Trippin for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed.